Guess we might as well just go down the line.
Let's do it.
Y'all got sound?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. As always, these picks are for entertainment purposes only. If you want to take a winner, Word Life is the biggest winner. All right, so I'm starting, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so beginning with the first game on Saturday, the Cardiac Cats, the Jacksonville Jaguars, off of an amazing comeback win at home to start off Super Wildcard Weekend. Well, not to start it off, but to end the Saturday. Going into Kansas City, facing the juggernaut that is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, getting 8.5 points. Now, I think the Chiefs have been looking ahead to this game since last year. I think that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they slept on the Bengals last year. They had them dead right before halftime, and it just seemed like, they were still high off of that big, thrilling Bills win the week before. They slept on the Bengals, and the Bengals caught them sleeping. And I think that now, looking back, I think the Chiefs team, I think they all look back at that game, and they all feel like they blew a golden opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I think that they probably think they would have beaten the Rams in that Super Bowl. And I don't think they're going to sleep on anybody again. The Jags are a team on the come up. I like Doug Peterson as a coach. But who taught Doug Peterson everything he knows? Andy Reid. He's an Andy Reid disciple. So it ain't going to be nothing that Doug Peterson's going to trick or fool Andy Reid with. So I've been staying away from these big numbers. But I just think the Chiefs are on a mission. It's come down to 8.5. I'm going to take the Chiefs, and I'm going to give the points. Word Life, what are you thinking about this game?
Surprise. I thought you was going to go with the big number there. Yeah, it's a tough one. Playoff game. Jacksonville can't start the way they start. Obviously can't start the way they started off.
No way.
Home.
No way. Those Chiefs, they're not the Chargers.
Yeah, but what my mind is, will they? Like, I could see them easily bumble in that first 2 quarters, not looking hot. So I gotta agree with you, man. I'm going Kansas City Chiefs. I think Jacksonville is just, a great season. They won this year. They won the division. They won a playoff game. Trevor Lawrence, he got those stripes. So this is not a losing season for them at all. But they're in over their head. The Chiefs 8.5.
And Mr. Flexcellent, what are your thoughts on Jaguars going into Arrowhead and taking on the Chiefs?
I think I'm gonna have to go with you on the same side as you guys. Jacksonville against any other team down 27 does not come back. No other team is going to throw the ball as much as the Chargers did, allowing them for a comeback. Mind you, Chargers doing that away, Jaguars at home, they had that boost. Kansas City is a whole different animal. I know Trevor Lawrence has experience in big games, but I mean, like you said, Kansas City, I feel like they're pulling out all the stops, man. I feel like you said, like they regret what happened last year. They're on a mission. I think people are starting to sleep on them. Even in the beginning of the season, in the off season, everybody was talking about how everybody else in their division had a chance to take over, and you see how that turned out. Number 1 seed, and I don't know. I think they're on a mission, like you said, and I can't see them even making this close. If Jaguars start anywhere near the way they started off last week, they're gonna put this out of reach. Like not even 27, no, like 35, 42 points, because that's how they operate. So give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs. So full sweep. Chiefs minus 8.5 for everybody. And then the second Saturday game, the New York Giants going into PHI 215 Philadelphia, taking on the Eagles, the red hot, smoking hot Danny Dimes and the Giants. MVP Danny Dimes. Flex, what are your thoughts on the New York Giants going into Philly and taking on the Eagles?
You can't really argue with the way that the Giants have been playing smash mouth football. But I mean, how often are they going to run the similar plays and have the same results, positive results like they did last week, and really the week before that as well? I mean, I feel like their offense, they're playing good, granted, but I'm saying, like, this is a different defense. It's not very imaginative. It's like, sweep to the right, sweep to the left, Saquon, Isaiah Hodgins, a slant down the middle, down the seam. That's it. Like, it's not. I feel like I kept seeing the same plays over and over again, and a good team like the Philadelphia Eagles is not going to let that rock. They got big boys in the up front. They got ball hawks in the back end, and they got linebackers that can cover. They're going to cover Bellinger. They're going to have to cover, obviously, Saquon out the backfield. But and I think this line is trying to get you to bet the Giants only because it's the divisional. It can't be more than 7, and it's 7.5. Oh, so I'm gonna take the 7.5 with the Giants, and I think that's when usually it's the other way you're supposed to be going on that one. So give me the Eagles giving 7.5 over the Giants. Great season though.
All right. Taking the Eagles, giving the 7.5, giving the tutty and the hook. Word life. Do you dare take your New York Giants in back-to-back weeks?
Honestly, man, normally these things are hard to pick. This is a no-brainer, man. New York Giants, bro.
Wow.
7 and 5. Yeah, man. I think we hot, man. We ready, Eagles. Where's Hurts right now? Do we know how healthy he is? Do we know how his arm feels? Are we gonna run him to the ground? What is their game plan? What's his name? The tackle.
Lane Johnson.
Lane Johnson. Is he even playing? And if he is, how healthy is he? The Eagles are a little beat up. They try to the last game of the season, they try to show up, and they didn't look too hot, man. The Giants is clicking right now. We're healthy. We're using Daniel Jones to every aspect, to whatever works. So yeah, man, give me Dable, man, all day, man. New York Giants 7.5.
Oh wow, now it's Dable all day. Wow, how about
I didn't say
that?
Joe Shane.
No, you want Gettleman back probably. So, Giants and the Eagles. Oh, I have a whole thing on Gettleman, by the way. Whole joint. Yeah, Giants and the Eagles. I got the Giants jersey hanging behind me. Got the Eagles hat on my head. I don't know how I feel about this game. I think I don't know what to do with these Giants. Every time I think it's time to turn back into a pumpkin, they just seem to get hotter and sexier by the minute somehow. I don't know how they're doing it. But these Eagles ain't those Vikings, man. These Eagles ain't those Vikings. Philly is not Minnesota. that Eagles O line is not the Minnesota O line. That Eagles D line is not the Minnesota D line. That Eagles D, I mean, everywhere you turn, the Eagles been the best team in football. Like everybody, I mean, San Fran got hot and they took a little bit of that steam off of the Eagles, but the Eagles been the best team in the league all season. And I just feel like complete team like that at home. I know they're banged up, but they've had time to rest now. I don't even know that Hurts is going to really have to throw the ball that much. I mean, not that the Giants can't play D. The Giants have a good defense, but Hurts' injury is not a lower body injury. It's non-throwing shoulder, right?
No, his throwing shoulder.
It is his throwing shoulder? All right. Well,
But the
either
run
way,
game, we're not great against the run. I know what you're saying.
well, yeah. I mean, ultimately, what I'm saying is, it's not going to be on Jalen Hurts to air it out to beat the Giants. I just see more paths to victory. I mean, that being said, I see more paths to victory with the Eagles. I think that if they need to throw the ball, they have the receivers that can take it to the secondary of the Giants. And I just don't think the Giants have enough. I just don't think they have enough. Not enough against that Eagles D. I mean, they got away with giving Saquon Barkley 9 carries last week, which is good because you keep him fresh. But you're not gonna run Saquon 9 times and beat the Eagles. Like, you're gonna need to get at least close to 20 carries out of Saquon, both from a ball control standpoint and just from a playmaking standpoint. And I don't think that they have enough. Good season for them, but I think the Eagles will stamp themselves as the best team, at least in the NFC this weekend. So I'm gonna take the Eagles and I'm gonna give that 7.5. I don't love giving the hook, but I got to take the team I think is gonna win, and I think the Eagles are gonna win at home. And then moving on to Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals, who are very upset with me.
Hooray!
Going into Buffalo and taking on the Bills. Both teams very shaky last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But only one team was lucky. And that team was not the Bills. That was the Bengals. The Bengals needed luck to win that game. The Bills screwed around, and the Dolphins kind of gave that game away in a lot of ways. But there's a difference between giving the game away just kind of from a schematic and mistake standpoint and giving a game away on one big mess up, lucky bounce at the goal line that would have won you the game, essentially.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a couple of weeks, and it hasn't proven right. I think that the Bengals have like a historic covering streak at the moment.
Yeah.
That O-line is just so mangled up. And we forget, even though the Bills have that high-powered offense, the Bills are the only team left in the playoffs with a defensive head coach. They're the only ones. And if he's going to prove himself to be a defensive mind, he's got to scheme up some type of pass rush that's going to limit what Joe Burrow and that high-powered offense can do. And I think he should be able to do it. I would like it better if they have Von Miller, but I think that the Bills will have enough. It's not that many points. It's only 5.5. Win by a tutty. I think the Bills are we're destined to see this Bills-Chiefs rematch of what we got last year way too early in the playoffs. I think they're both on a collision course to meet in the AFC championship game. And as we know, AFC and NFC championship games are about frozen tundras. They're not about neutral sites.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Bills and I'm giving the 5.5.
Woo!
Word Life, your favorite team, the Bengals, taking on the Bills. What do you think?
I think you got it. You knew me. You know me already. I'm going to Bengals, man. Giving points.
Getting points.
Yeah, given. Like
they are being given points.
They are being given, excuse me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's one. Sklar, as my man
Sklar.
as my man Roth's whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's really your man. I don't know his name.
Was his name was Sklar Thompson?
Rothenberg.
He says Sklar Thompson.
Yeah, whatever. He cooked. He was eating on this Buffalo defense, right? Why would I think?
Was he though?
He looked good. He was making some throws. He was getting up and down that field.
If it wasn't for Jalen Waddle, man.
Yeah. Oh, those crucial drops. Yeah, man. The Hill was dropped like 2 or 3 crucial plays. Yeah, man. There's no reason for me to think that Cincinnati can outdo what Sklar did last week. You know what I mean? Joe Burrow Buff, Ryan Clark said it best, man. Daboll's making Jones look more of making Daniel Jones look more like
Josh Allen than
like
Josh Allen.
than Josh Allen. You know what I mean? So thank you for getting that name. I couldn't get Josh
So
Allen
I'm
out.
here for you, brother.
I couldn't get Josh Allen out for some reason. Yeah, man, and Josh Allen, he's up and down this year. He hasn't been consistent all year, I believe. From my memory. You know, he'll give us a couple 300 yards, four throwing touchdowns, and then he'll disappear. So, big game. I came to this realization early this season, maybe the end of last season. I don't think Josh Allen is. I don't think he's gonna be a big game winner. I don't think it's in him. It's not in his DNA. So give me Cincinnati 5 with the 5 and the hook. Sorry
And
for that
flex.
long fumble.
And flex, I mean, I don't even know that we need to ask you this given the visual we have, but what do you think about the Bengals going into Buffalo, taking on the Bills? This is great. This is great for me. The last time you guys took the Bengals against me, it worked out pretty well. So
True.
Not so fast, my friend. I actually agree with both of you. Josh Allen, up and down.
no, I agree with a lot of
wasn't-
things that I agree with a lot of things that you said too.
He wasn't that good last week. I mean, it always
Burrow
looks
was great
good 'cause
last week, so you're right.
he looks good. He always looks good because I think he just looks like because he's bigger than everybody. I think everything that he does looks better. He throws the ball really far, but you know, like his. I think his most impressive throw was the one where
No.
Oh wow, the Matrix.
I think in the second half. It's like, let me know when I'm back.
You're back.
You're back. The last thing we heard was he throws the ball real far.
I just saw you take the red
So,
pill
the
and
most
then
imp-
frozen.
The most impressive throw that he made was that overthrow to Stephon Diggs, and it's like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like you look at it and it's like, yeah, but nah, it fell incomplete. Like it didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So, but also at the other point is like you said, he's up and down. Last week he was down, and it might be time to be up this week. So, I don't know. Like, I know that the Bengals probably had them last. That game was looking like it was going in the Bengals' favor, but I feel like they're still they've been looking ahead all season, and I think like you said, like that Bills Chiefs matchup is like that's been cooking since week 1. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what everybody was thinking that it was going to be in the AFC for the Super Bowl. You know, to get to the Super Bowl on the AFC side. So I know it's hard to go against Joe Burrow, and I don't like going with Josh Allen, but I need points. I can't be doing this thing like who I want to win. I want the Bengals to win. I think they do cover that 3. You know, like I think it's a 3-point game. But I think that it's just that there's too much. Like it's too much stuff for the Bills to go out with a whimper this week. I don't know. It's like everything is going in their direction. Like in terms of like the stories, and I don't know. I think everybody is like trying to get the Bills to this AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes for like half of the marbles, and then the rest they get after the Super Bowl. But I think that's what it's just pointing to that. So I think the Bills win, but I think the Bengals do cover this in a very exciting game that's going to live up to the billing.
Wow. Let me ask you something. You think the world wants to see Chiefs Bills over Chiefs Cincinnati?
Definitely. I think after what happened in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago, I feel like the Buffalo. You know, to tell you the truth, Buffalo was already, like you said, coming into the beginning of this season. Buffalo has kind of been kind of anointed as this, and I'll tell you the truth, I've been kind of off of Buffalo for that reason a good portion of the season, because I feel like they were anointed these inevitable champions way before they really done anything. I mean, yeah, they had a good game against Kansas City last year, and they look like they can beat anybody, but they've lost to anybody as well. So, I'm with you on that, and I would definitely, in the comparisons that you were making between Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, I'm Joe Burrow a million times over Josh Allen. I'm not necessarily a Josh Allen believer, but after what happened in Cincinnati, I feel like you said like the whole world looking for Chiefs Buffalo. I think the whole world is just rooting for Buffalo. I feel like they've kind of become the consensus darling, even more so than they were at the beginning of the season. The feel-good story, Hamlin coming back. He's probably going to be, doing something in the stadium. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, me neither. Yeah, that's the first thing I said too.
A lot of emotion. Like, it could go either. That could go either way. You get overhyped, or like they rise to the occasion. But I don't know, man. I think like, and also like you said, I think people saw the Chiefs and the Bengals last year. I think I
just feel like the Bills and Chiefs is old news now. Like, the bigger story is this young kid, Joe Burrow beating the giant KFC.
You already made your pick. You just wanted to go through this again to make a pick twice?
No, not my fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But
I kind of picked. I just felt like the vibes were like everybody was off the Kansas City and Buffalo game, and everybody wants to see Bengals Chiefs now.
No, but I think everybody's off of Kansas City. I think Kansas City is the team that I think that is viewed the way you describe as like being old news. But I still feel like since the Bills haven't won it, and since they've kind of been the ones, like the Chiefs been there, they've won it. The Bills have kind of been, the last couple of years, the team that's knocking on the door, and the Chiefs has been in the way. The Chiefs have been in their way, and they haven't broken through yet. I feel like they're the team that everybody's waiting to see come up next. That's just the vibe I'm getting.
You agree, Flex?
Yeah, but I do agree. Like, it's like everything is. That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like the world is pushing for this to happen. But honestly, being a Jets fan, that the Bills, they don't really. I'm not really scared of them like that. Like,
me neither, man.
There's something with them. Like Josh Allen, I think a lot of the shine is off him. Like, he's gonna give you the ball a couple times in a game. It's like, and if you lock down those receivers,
as my guy Mad Dog likes to say, he keeps both teams in the game.
Oh, that's a great line. It's also very true. Yeah. Because it's like he might do something stupid at any point that's gonna get you the ball back, and
he's definitely gonna do something stupid. But he's also gonna drop your jaw, Paul.
But I'm saying, what I'm saying. But it's also like, if you got an equalizer, a linebacker, or it's like that takes some of it away from him. Obviously, he's an alien, so he can still do things in the running game. But I just feel like he's gotten to the point where he's overrated. Like,
definitely,
you know what I'm saying? It's like he's not a quarterback that you could throw back there and he's gonna win you the game. He might win you a game, like, giving it all he's got, but he also might lose you the game. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same play that's spectacular that he might win the game with, or like stretching out from the 5-yard line and stretching out and Michael Jordan in that touchdown. That same play that wins it, there might be a safety that slaps the ball out and runs it the other way,
Oh, so you think that's gonna happen with Cincinnati 2 weeks in a row?
He just might throw it on.
No.
No, I feel you. I'm just fucking around.
He might just throw it into the ground, man. He's sporadic like that. He'll throw that shit right in the dirt.
But that's what I'm saying. That
in the clutch moment,
that's what I'm saying. It's spectacular. It's spectacular. He's like, oh, he's got it. No, not gonna. It's almost like he teases you the whole time.
Yeah. What a tease.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely agree with you. I just, to tell you the truth, the real thing is that I've planted my flag in anti-Bengals, and I'm not pulling it out until I'm forced to. That's really what this is about.
Yeah.
If I'm being 100% honest.
And the Bengals, like you said yourself, they didn't look hot. So good.
You know what? And you know what the irony is?
You said it.
The O-line is real tangible in terms of what I think can impact the game in the Bills' favor.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing is the O-line. And I'm still not. And here's the problem. The Bengals D, man, their defense, the only thing, their defense does not match up well with the Bills.
No.
Their secondary does not match up well with the Bills. Their defense can hang around with a lot of teams and look impressive, but I don't think it's a good defense. I think that they can play well, but I wouldn't say that they're good. And as long as they got Eli Apple back there, he with us. That's what the Bills. That's what Stephon Diggs is gonna be out there saying. Eli Apple, he with us. So that's really what it comes down to for me in terms of like actual shit that pushes me to picking the Bills.
Yeah. That same bomb that Josh Allen threw last week, I could see Gabe Davis running past Eli Apple for like an 80-yard touchdown, like on the second play of the game, and it won't look back from there. But like the other parts of the defense is good, but that's the weak link that you can't hide.
Yeah.
Eli Apple is terrible.
Yep.
Word. And speaking of weak links that you can't hide, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys going into San Francisco, the juggernaut that has become the San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys getting 4. I'm going Cowboys. I don't really know what to make of this Cowboys team. I feel like the Cowboys are always kind of a unique team, especially when it comes into the playoffs. Like they could have all of the paper stats that go their way. You could look at their team and look at the talent that they have on both sides of the ball and believe that they should have no problem handling teams. But then sometimes they come out and they handle the teams like they did last week against the Buccaneers, as they should have. And then you just have these times where they just go in there and they find some way to bungle it up. But for me, I don't really know. I'm not picking Brock Purdy, man. That's really what it's going to come down to for me. As much as I don't really trust Dak, I got to trust him over Purdy. I feel like this 49ers team, as good as they've been, as hot as they've been, I think that they're getting to be a little bit overrated as well. I mean, yeah, they handled the Seahawks last week. Seahawks had a lead in that game. I mean, it's not like the final score makes it look as though they blew them out. They've been blowing people out. They've been covering, but Brock Purdy hasn't really had to face much adversity yet. And I just feel like if they go down early, if Micah Parsons is putting that pressure on him and he's not getting time to get that ball out, I'm interested in seeing if Brock Purdy proves out to be the truth. I mean, I don't really like this pick. I don't feel strongly about either team. If I had to take a team that I'm rooting for, it's probably the 49ers. But I gotta see Brock get it done in a big spot. I didn't really view that Seahawks game as a big spot the way that this is a different type of expectation, different type of pressure now. And like, listen, I'm rooting for the kid. If he does well and he's the next thing, good for him. But until it happens, I gotta take the Cowboys. I gotta take the more veteran team. And the more veteran quarterback. Even though I don't love the quarterback, I still got to take the more veteran quarterback over the rook. So that's where I'm going. I'm gonna take the Cowboys with the points. And all Mr. Right. Flexelin, what are you? Oh no, I'm sorry. Word Life.
Yes, sir. So this one, I think this is the hardest one to pick. I think, because something's telling me Dallas. This kid Parsons is just, oh my God, man. I wish the Giants would have got him. Instead, we traded our pick away and got it Tony for to play for the Chiefs. But
Well, no, I mean, listen, Gettleman made no mistakes, so don't be disrespectful.
well, that pick ultimately got us Neil, so hopefully next year Neil will show up.
Everybody's starting
I
to
think it was-
kneel
I
in
think
front
it's
of
a
Dave
cave-up.
Gettleman for some reason. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, but
He
But yeah,
basically
so this-
I'm not saying you, Flex. I'm
drafted
just
Kayvon
saying.
Thibodeau.
Nah, Thibodeau was our pick already.
And
Thibodeau's not even the best Thibodeau in New York.
All right. So yeah, this was the toughest one. I wanted to go Dallas after that performance, but something stood out last week with the Tampa game, and it was those first two drives Dallas had. It's like Dak was like, he was like waiting for Tampa Bay to show up, just like us, right? He was like, I think it's Tampa. I think this is that Tampa team. And then he realized, oh wait, it's not. I can win this game. Well, guess what? San Fran's not gonna do that. San Fran's gonna get after him, put pressure on him. Obviously on the defensive side, and then on the offense, San Fran got weapons, man. Look for Purdy at home to get it out, get the ball out of there quick, give it to his playmakers, break a couple tackles, take it home, man. Just follow the routine, and if not, hand it off and gash him for 5 yards a clip. You know what I mean? So give me San Fran, man, at home.
Taking the Niners at home and giving the 4 and Flex. Final pick. Dallas going into San Francisco. Who you got?
Agent
The
Smith.
Frozen Matrix. Perfect.
The Frozen Tundra.
The frozen tundra.
was
That-
that?
that-
was that-
he
was that in
knew that the
Matrix?
NFC Championship is about Frozen Tundra.
Yeah,
It's not about neutral sites.
He's been playing at the Frozen Tundra.
I'm just getting warm. I'm getting used to.
Yo,
I'm getting
matter
used
of
to the
fact, I
weather
gotta
over
change
here.
the music for the Frozen Tundra.
Oh yeah. He did a specific Tundra.
Yeah, we gotta get the proper tunes going.
Go ahead though, Flex. Where we at?
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna agree with you, Cheeks. Dallas. I think they took a big step forward, winning that road game, get that monkey off their back. But I think the neutralizer for Micah Parsons is that.
Oh wow. The Frozen Tundra.
Once he put the music, it was
That's
over.
it. That was it. The Frozen Tundra got him.
I hear that voice, that guy next to the guy that tells
Still?
NFL films.
Oh, he's back.
He's back,
Yeah,
but
John
it's-
Facetta.
I don't know. It's rainy outside. It's a shit.
No, it's frozen outside.
inside.
The Frozen Tundra.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You were saying?
No man is safe. Bro.
Start from the tit out.
Equalizer. Oh, you want to start from the top? But I think I agree with you, Cheeks. I think Dallas, they got the monkey off their back, getting that playoff win because they're always, that's always part of the punching bag every season. I think Micah Parsons could get neutralized with that big boy they got at left tackle, Trent Williams. I think it's just going to be too physical. Like, we were talking about the discrepancy in the rest. And the last team you don't want to be healed up against is a team like the 49ers. They're bruising, like everybody's a running back on that team at every position. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the team is a physical team. They're gonna beat you up, and honestly, until they kill that perception, it's always Dallas is kind of like a finesse team. They have front runners. Like when everything is good, they're good. But I think until they prove otherwise, it's like a finesse kind of soft team, and I think that's a matchup that's not going to work out in their favor. 49ers, like you said, I think they take the ball out of Brock Purdy's hands. I don't think they put it in his hands to win the game. I think they just go straight up and try to beat everybody up in front of them, and they got the O-line to do it, and they got the position players to do it too. I mean, They have Jordan. They have Kittle on the line. Kittle as a full.
The frozen tundra.
Wow. That's it. Kittle, and that's it.
Yeah, Kittle on the line.
Going Niners, giving the 4.
They every position, every player on the team can play every position. It's confusing. You don't know what's coming at you. 49ers.
Excellent.
Good closing there.
The frozen tundra.